very much. First, I would like to thank every one of these gentlemen back here for what they do and the service that they give to us and keeping us safe. March 8th of '98 was a Sunday morning. I had woke up that morning to meet some friends. We went to a sports bar in Indianola, Mississippi. They were cooking crawfish. We were watching, several sports on TV. I played pool with a bunch of guys, won a little money on the pool table, and then turned around and lost it all on the card table. But was having a good time, and it went into the night. I knew that I had to work the next morning, so I got up and I paid my bill, and I left. The next thing that I remember, waking up in a hospital parking lot, being pushed in a wheelchair, not knowing what had happened. And over time, I found out that, of course, I got up, I left, and I'm taking it with my impaired. I pulled out the highway in front of a 70-mile-an-hour 18-wheeler. He hit me in my driver's door, pushed me 120 yards sideways, collapsed the car, and was sitting in my lap. Took them approximately an hour to get me out of the car. From there, they took me to Indianola Hospital. Their team's not designed to handle that kind of injury. The weather had gotten very bad that night. Winds were up, cold. They didn't know if a helicopter would make it. They called the Elvis Presley Trauma Center. The pilot on duty that night was a retired Marine, and he said that he would do it. So he flew to Indianola. They picked me up in the Walmart parking lot, flew me back to Memphis. My aunt was in Olive Branch that night. She was able to meet at the hospital and go ahead and sign papers so they could start surgeries. She said she saw me when I came off the helicopter. She said my head was already huge. They got me in. My first surgeries, I think, lasted around 12 hours over time. They had to go back in for many, many more surgeries after that. Parents getting there, the doctors told them they didn't know that I would make it or not. They couldn't say. Very critical condition. The injuries, sustained. I was blind in one eye, deaf in one ear. I can't smell anymore. Broken jaw. I've got 8 metal plates. Wire holding my sinus cavity together, wire holding my eye socket together. They completely formed all of this side of my face to put the bone back together. Had to have a trach, collapsed lungs. Pretty severe. And like I said, surgeries went on forever. Through all of that, I don't want to see anybody else do that. I was one of those people that over time I said that it's never going to happen to me. They don't know what they're doing. Well, guess what? It's just a time waiting for everyone. With all the injuries of that, it's actually prevented me from doing a lot of things in life that I've always wanted to do. One of them being a law enforcement officer. Now I can't do that due to my injuries. I go to an airport to get on a plane and it sounds like a carnival. With all the bells going off. I've got a lot of unremovable metal in me now. And but with me doing this, I believe that this is what God wanted me to do, and one of the reasons they left me on this earth. Because if I can save one person's life, then I've done His will for